Oh, Canada. If I decide to talk loud, I'll pull the microphone away from my voice. So you don't have to worry about turning me down. Because I know about using microphones! At my old age. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. Hold on, let me get a copy. Commoner's copy. I'm so glad you guys are here. We're gonna have a fun, warm weekend.
Yeah. Warm?
I almost jumped out of the car last night so I could grab some snow. Just to say I did. Because I love it. I grew up in Pennsylvania. I grew up in Pittsburgh. So, you know, I spent plenty of years in the snow and the ice, and I miss it. I must tell you, I really do. In Los Angeles, yeah, you know, the weather's really great, but it doesn't change that much. And even though it's kind of rough sometimes, believe me, you come to miss the changes, you know? It's nice to have some changes. But I'm really excited to be here with you guys. We're gonna have a really great weekend. I'm glad you guys are here early, so we can have like this time with a smaller group of people, and we can chat and interact a little bit more. Tomorrow will be a lot crazier, I'm sure. And I certainly hope that you guys will be here for tomorrow's events as well. Let me tell you about a couple of things real quick. Awesome.
Me?
Yes, you.
I love you.
Oh my gosh, I love you. You look great. Let me tell you about a couple of things real quick before we get started that I'm very, very excited about.
He's gonna pee your pants.
And they make great Christmas gifts. How many of you know that I write and sing and produce music?
Me.
Did you know that?
Yes,
Okay.
I did know that.
How many of you have ever seen one of my concerts? Have you ever been to one of my live music concerts? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Excellent. Well, every once in a while at a convention, I'll do a concert, a live concert, and I'll do songs, some original songs, and I'll do songs from Full Metal, and Dragon Ball Z, and Dean Angel, and or High School, and so I do these concerts, and last year I did a concert at a convention in Houston, and the convention said, "Oh, we're really going to have a nice setup for you, Vic. We're going to have like nice HD cameras covering the event, and we're going to have lights on stage like that move all over the place, intelligent lighting, and fog machines, and colored lights and everything." And I thought, well, this would be a perfect opportunity for me to like make a concert video, like to shoot it like a TV event. And so we did, and it turned out really, really great. It looks really good. The music sounds great. And like I said, there are songs from all these different anime series, but there's something very special. When I do a concert, I also show a little something that I made years ago while we were recording Full Metal. And it's called Full Metal Fantasy. Have any of you ever seen it? OMG. Am I right?
Yes.
Imagine this. Voice actors cosplaying as their characters. I made this live action thing with a lot of the other voice actors from Full Metal. And it's never been on YouTube, it's never been available, you could never see it anywhere but at a convention that I was at if I decided to show it. And even then, it was just there. So as I was putting together the concert DVD, I thought, I do show the thing at the concert. So what am I going to do on the DVD? Black it out, right? No, I wouldn't do that. So I decided that it was probably time to make it available to everybody. So the live concert DVD, not only does it look good and sound good, but it also contains Full Metal Fantasy, which I think you guys would absolutely adore, because you would see that I'm a big nerd, just like you. However, there's also one other little tidbit on the concert DVD that I have to tell you about. You're nodding your head like you know. Don't laugh. Long before there was an American Idol, there was a show called Star Search. Parents in the room, some of the older fans here, you remember Star Search, with Vic Mignogna. Well, a lot of people don't know that I was a male vocalist challenger on Star Search in 1993. I wasn't even born then. Thank God that you were, my darling. And so I sang a song and competed on Star Search, and I mean, it's a sight. 93, I had a mullet, and I wore a purple double-breasted suit and a bolo tie. I was hot, and I killed all of them. So,
I don't think so.
Tomorrow on Facebook, Vic Mignogna is a mass murderer. He admitted it. It's on Wikipedia. It must be true. And so no one's ever seen this video. Very few people.
Very.
And as I was putting together the concert DVD, somebody said to me, "What bonus features are you going to put on it?" I was like, well, I don't really think about bonus feature. I mean, Full Metal Fantasy, right? That's pretty awesome. What do you need bonus features for? Look, you got a bonus feature? There's something on there. So I thought, yeah, well. And they said to me, you should put your Star Search appearance on the DVD. And I'm like, no, never.
To kill more people?
Right? But then I relented and I decided to do it. So, on the concert DVD, which I will have at my autograph session,
Oh my gosh.
Full Metal, D&A Angel, Dragon Ball Z, Ouran High School, beautiful music, fun, audience interaction, Full Metal Fantasy, Star Search, 93, it's all on there. And I brought plenty of them because I would love for you to have them for Christmas. It would make me very happy. And I'll be honored to sign them for you. Also, I brought music CDs. I have a Christmas CD. But come on, be honest, you guys. Your family always pulls out the same 3 flippin' CDs every year. You need a new one, right? A new CD of Christmas music. Well, I got one for you. And it's great music. It's beautiful Christmas music. A lot of classic Christmas songs with a great new arrangement, some originals, and there's even a duet with Johnny Youngbox.
Yes. Wow.
If you guys know who Johnny is, well, if in your weird imagination you ever wondered, I wonder what a Christmas song sung by Vash the Stampede and Edward Elric would sound like. Now's your chance to find out. So I have those as well. I also have one other thing. It's a Prezi. It's free. You're like, I love it! Just because it's free doesn't mean it's good, but this is. Years ago, I wanted to do something as a way of saying thank you to you guys for how kind and encouraging you've been and supportive how you've been of my work over the years. And so I thought to myself, what would be a better gift to give you than something that's important to me, right? So I spent lots of money and lots of time doing a recording of the entire Gospel of John. I know you're like, wait, that's the present? It's awesome. I'm sorry, but it is, and I'm going to tell you why. A couple of reasons. Number one, I used a real cool contemporary translation. So it's not like, verily did the Lord smite the Egyptians, great was the wrath of God. It's not like that. It's like, instead of great was the wrath of the Lord, It says, and God was ticked off. I mean, it's very contemporary. It's the way we talk. It's not that flowery language that kind of goes over everybody's head, including mine. And another fun thing about it is that I did like voices to the different characters. So like you got Jesus. Yes, Jesus sounds like Tamaki. I admit it. I will turn this water into wine. Never thought of that before, but that would be fun. The disciples and all the different characters. And then the third thing that's really neat about it is that when I finished it, it took me a long time, by the way, you guys. I mean, I did it in my home when I had spare time, and it took a lot of time and a lot of love. And when I was done, I thought, what can I do to make this easier to listen to? More fun to listen to. And I thought, you know what I'll do? I'll put music under it. So I went back to the very beginning, chapter 1, and I played the piano underneath the whole flippin' thing. 23 chapters. And basically underscored what was happening with music. It's like an audiobook, and it's really fun. And again, let me remind you, it's free. I made them, and I spent my money to make them so that I could give them to you for free. So I'll have those at the autograph session as well. If you'd like to grab one, you may have it. They're for you. Now, if you're not interested, don't take one just because it's free. You know what I mean? Like you see flyers and stuff, and oh, that's free. You didn't really care. If you take it, please listen to it. Because while it didn't cost you anything, it cost somebody else something, a lot. And it's precious, it's valuable. So, what are we doing, guys?
We're getting a projector.
Don't worry about it now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we've started the panel now. Let's not do it now. We'll just plan to do it for tomorrow. Okay? Do we plan to do it tomorrow? What? Tomorrow. Projection tomorrow.
It's gonna be my birthday tomorrow, and I'm not
What?
here.
How did he know? No, I'm sorry. I don't want to take valuable time that we have to talk to each other, like with distraction and setting things up. But come back tomorrow, please. We'll have fun. Okay, so what else? If you're not a member of the most awesome fan group on the planet, I would like to personally invite you to join the Risimbul Rangers. Right? I love you guys. We have almost 30,000 members worldwide. And if you join, it's free. And if you join, you instantaneously have a family of 30,000 people around the world. But here's the best part. They like the things you like. They're not like your family that hates anime, you know what I mean, or makes fun of you sometimes. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm kind of being funny, but you understand. These are kids that all love the same things you love. And you know what one of my favorite things is? Going to conventions and seeing Rangers like gravitate to each other and meet each other and become friends and hang out at the convention. We've had people marry and we have people get married who met people in the Rangers.
Oh my God.
We've had people that have become best friends. It's a wonderful, wonderful group of people. And I want to personally invite you to join. Are you a Ranger? Yes.
But now I know
I
about it.
want you to join us, please. Please, please. She promised you heard her. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at this book right here. Proud to be a risen Ranger. My honey.
That is on my favorite.
I love you. Also, I'm on Twitter, and I would love for you to follow me on Twitter. If you can figure out how to spell my last name. At Vic Mignogna. At Vic Mignogna. Derp. And what is that? What are we doing? Are we videotaping?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what we're doing.
Google Nexus tab.
Oh my gosh! Look at this.
She's perfect too.
So cute. Just cute. I'm here with her, and you're not.
Just like so cute.
So that's all like the housekeeping stuff. DVD, concert DVD, and music CDs, and free Gospel of John CD. And as soon as we're done here, I think I'm going to be signing. So we're not as soon as like 3:30 or 4 o'clock. 4:30. Okay, I'm going to start early. I'm going to start early because I want to get to as many of you as possible. Okay? So I'll start at 4. How about that? And I want to make sure and get to everybody. So let's spend as much time as we can. Hey Ryan, is there a bottle of water somewhere? Can I get a bottle of water? Thank you.
Someone's gonna throw one.
Okay, so let's see. I'm working on a lot of new stuff right now. I know a lot of people, some of the questions may be, what are you working on right now? I'm working on a lot of new things. Just finished a couple of things. One is called, I think it's called Magi. And another one is like an Aladdin anime story. It's very cool. There was another one called LaGrange. There's another one called Nura. I don't know if you guys may be Digimon fans. Did you know there's a new Digimon? Did you know that? And I'm playing a character in the new Digimon series. I just got to play the new lead character in the Pokemon movie, which I'm excited about because, you know, it's Pokemon, right? Let's see. Thank you. That is like my favorite thing right now. If you guys don't know about this, please go home and check it out. And then after you nerdgasm, call your friends and tell your family about Star Trek Continues. Alright? For those of you that don't know, you have your particular obsession. My particular obsession is Star Trek, the original series of Star Trek. That is since I was a little boy, that was my thing. And so now, as a grown-up, which is debatable, I've gotten together with some friends and we've rebuilt all of the original sets. Cool. And I've put together a wonderful cast of actors to play all the iconic characters, and I am getting to fulfill my childhood dream of playing Captain Kirk. And I'm very excited. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Our first episode is online. It's on YouTube right now. It's called Pilgrim of Eternity. It's an awesome episode. And we just shot our second one that will be premiered in Dallas in February. And we're going to shoot our third one in March. So please check them out online and tell your friends and like us on Facebook. And even if you're not a big Star Trek fan, I think you'll get a kick out of seeing us do this thing. It looks and feels and sounds exactly like the original series, and that was the goal. I'm sure there's somebody in your family that's a Star Trek fan. Your dad, your brother, your uncle, school teacher, neighbor, somebody in your world. So tell them about this, okay? And let them know, because it's quite exciting what we're doing. So let's spend the rest of the time just kind of chatting about whatever you'd like to talk about. I did want to show you some videos, but they weren't able to get things set up before, so I didn't want to take time in the middle setting up. So we'll just do that tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. What is that?
The Wrath of Khan.
Oh, I love it. Best Star Trek movie ever. Yes, Haruhi?
Christmas present for you.
You can't give me present. What? You don't have to give me a Christmas present, sweetheart. What is it?
Can I come up and give it to you?
Yes, you may. Thank you. What is it? What? It's huge.
I decorated the card too.
Should I open it in front of everybody?
Yes,
Okay,
I like
let's
that.
Like it. Like it. Do it.
Oh wow.
Do it.
Oh my god.
Oh my God!
Oh my god.
Star Trek thing.
You know what? That is absolutely the truth. All I know about life, I learned from Star Trek. Oh my gosh, you know what? We're going to hang this in the studio, down where all the sets are. Thank you, sweetheart. Come over here, give me a hug. Thank you. And I'll leave it later, okay?
Fan art for you too later.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Yes.
I wanted to ask, remember in the original Full Metal anime, that sad Russian song that always played whenever there was an
Brothers.
Yes. Did you sing an English version of it?
I did. And it's on my concert DVD. No shameless plug there.
Tons of it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. It's haunting. It was originally sung. The original title was Bracha, which is brother in Russian, and it was sung by like this Russian boys choir. It was so beautiful. And then somebody did an English translation of it, and I recorded it, and I actually perform it at my concerts. And it's a beautiful song. Yes.
Don't forget the remix.
What?
The remix.
Oh my gosh! Thank God bless you. It's also on a CD of mine, by the way. So when you come to the autographs later, that song is also on a CD called Revix. It's a remix CD, and there are two versions of that song. There's the original, "How can I repay you, brother mine," which is all like moving and ballad and beautiful. And then there's this, "How can I repay?" It's awesome. It's a remix. So check that out. Yes, sweetheart.
To my Edward Elwood voice. Behold my beautiful autistic alchemy.
That's the wrong guy, isn't it?
When did you
I love dogs.
Oh, that's not the character.
That's the wrong guy too, isn't it? What's your name?
Emily.
Emily, what if I said to you, open your ear, ready? What if I said, my brother and I tried human transplantation. My mom died. And I tried to bring her back.
Make us all cry, isn't he?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Are you going to be playing Grease again in the new Italia, the beautiful world?
You know what? If Grease shows up, I better be playing Grease. I mean, I haven't even gotten to say that much as Grease.
Your Grease voice now?
Well, Grease only says one thing. I like cats. Thank you, Grace. I mean, yeah, we know you like cats. Okay.
He has more voices.
I've heard personally. Yeah, I've heard that Grease actually talks more.
There's more characters too, so you can audition for more?
I would love to. See, the predicament, you guys, is that I don't live in Dallas anymore, which is where Funimation is. And so, regrettably, I don't get the chance to be a part of as many things that are done at Funimation. I know somebody's probably going to ask about Attack on Titan. Believe me, I would kill all of you to be an Attack on Titan.
Guys, we already had this discussion.
But yeah, I know. There's a pattern here. I kill everyone all the time.
I'm getting second thoughts.
No, I would love to be a part of that show, and all I can tell you is I auditioned, and we shall see. That's all I can tell you. But and Hitalia is also recorded by Funimation in Dallas. So I hope to get to do more. I hopefully get to play Grease. Yes.
If you would have gotten the role as Alan in Straight Man, how would you have done your voice?
You know what? That's a funny question, because there was some talk about that years ago, that the guy that directed that was actually thinking seriously of casting me as Alan. But then he thought, oh, wait a minute. Magical arm, teenage kid, magic, metal arm, blah, blah, blah. And it just felt like it might be a little too much like Ed. And to be honest with you, I mean, you only got so many teenage boy voices, you know what I mean? Especially like a hero voice, It would probably end up sounding a lot like Ed. And again, the tone of voice would probably be similar. That wouldn't mean that the character is the same. But the voice would probably have ended up being somewhat similar. Because you know what, guys? As a voice actor, your goal is not to change your voice with every character you play. Which you probably know, but it's probably important to hear somebody tell you that. The goal is not to change your voice. The goal is to play the character accurately and authentically, right? So while Tamaki, at just the right time, may sound like Zero from Vampire Night, or Dark Mousy from The Angel, if you watch those shows, the characters are very different. So the goal is not to change your voice all the time. The goal is to play the character honestly. The example that I like to use is, you could think of any number of famous actors that you see in movies, and they've done 100 different characters, but they always tend to sound like themselves. Because the goal is not always to change your voice. So if you get cast as a teenage, I'll tell you a perfect example. How many of you ever watched Kakaishi on Cartoon Network? Yoshimori, that I played, the lead character. He's a teenage boy who fights these Ayakashi spirits. Well, he sounds like Ed. I mean, tone-wise, but he's not. If you watch the show, he's a very different character. But if somebody cast me to play a teenage hero kid, there's only so much you can do with that. Because if you make your voice kind of weird, who wants to listen to that for 55 episodes? Right? So you can change it to be funny or weird, but then nobody wants to listen to that. Those kind of voices are great for one character, for like a guy that shows up for one episode, or a guy that shows up for 2 or 3 episodes. But you don't want your hero guy that you're listening to for 60 episodes to sound like that. It would start to really annoy you. So that's the balance sometimes there. When you're playing a lead character, you have to use a voice, you have to do something that's not gonna, grate on people's nerves too much. Yes, we heard.
You were talking about your Star Search.
Yes.
Are you aware that Michelle put your thing on Facebook?
Am I aware that Michelle put what on Facebook?
Your Star Search.
Oh, she put some pictures up.
No, the video on Facebook.
Michelle who?
Your wife!
No, she did not.
It's on!
No, she did not. I don't believe you.
It's on.
Now, I saw some still images.
He's calling her.
We're calling her right now.
Someone's in trouble.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Oh, okay. Well, I'm standing in front of my Q&A session. Everybody say hi to Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Oh my, hi everybody. Somebody just asked me if I knew that my darling Michelle put my Star Search video online, and I said no, she didn't. She put some pictures up, but not the whole video. And no, she didn't. I told you. I know my girl. So apparently, yeah, I saw the still pictures, but I thought it would be a fun excuse to call you anyway. I love you. Okay. Well, I miss you. I will. I'm going to finish up, and you have a good workout. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Okay, bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. Apparently, it was an imposter. Anyway, question? Yes. Oh my gosh, it's your birthday! How old are you? 15! Oh my gosh. Oh no, baby. Edward Elric is 4'11" and a half. You heard wrong. You are taller than Ed. She's like, thank God! Best birthday present ever! What's your name? Come here, Haley. Come here. Everybody, we're going to sing together to Haley. Don't forget her name when it comes to the part where you say happy birthday, dear.
Haley.
Okay? Haley. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Haley. Happy birthday to you.
Haley.
Happy birthday, dear Haley. Happy birthday to you. That girl's like Bailey. Happy birthday, dear. Yes. In the back, yes, sweetheart.
I actually have gifts for you.
No! You guys, remember when I said I was going to kill all of you? Don't give me presents, okay? You don't have to do do that. You be Oh. These are awesome. Did you draw these? Nice. Oh my gosh, Grease. Grease. Did you draw these? Kurt's Weber. Kurt's baby. I love it. Did you draw these? So, did you draw these? Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Kill her now.
Oh yes, what is your question?
I have been writing a book for a few years, and actually he was one of the characters. I was wondering after this if you want to
Yeah. Is he a cool character? Oh no, he's a nerd who kills everybody. Perfect! Okay, tell you what, come to the autograph session and we can do it then, okay? Yes, sweetheart.
I was wondering if Tamaki asked Ed, Spirit, and Zero to join the host club, what do you think they would say?
If Tamaki asked Ed, Zero, and Spirit to join the host club, what would they say? Okay, well first of all, Ed would say, sure, I'll join on one condition. Get rid of the other little short blonde kid.
I don't win competition.
And then he would say, I can't believe I just said short! Spirit would be like, oh yeah. Spirit would be like, I'm back. He would be like all up in that. And Zero, I think, would be kind of indifferent. He would be like, he's so angsty. He wouldn't really care much. He'd just sit in the corner. Yes, sweetheart. Did you have a question? Oh no, you're just holding your phone up. Okay. Anyways, yes. I have not. Is there one?
I don't know. It's a conflict on the internet.
I have not heard. I mean, certainly I would love it if there was, but I have not heard. Yes. Oh, second question. Right.
Anything for Zero.
You guys, how many of you know that the same Japanese actor who played Tamaki played Zero in Empire? Did you not know that? Same guy. Mamoru Mayano is his name. Yeah, all you have to do to be Zero is just be very flat. No rush. Don't get too excited. Yes.
This is an opinion thing. What do you think about the new Star Trek movies?
What do I think about the new Star Trek? I can do it in a sound effect.
See, that's why I
I'm
like them.
sorry, you guys. I'm a purist. I love the original series.
Thank you.
And there was something. What?
Don't screw with the timeline.
No, and it was just lame on so many levels. I appreciate that they're trying to bring Star Trek to a new generation. I appreciate that. But there was something about the original series that made it very, very special that they just don't get anymore. They think the more special effects you can throw into a movie, and the more violence, and the more explosions, the better. And they just keep churning out the same garbage. They don't seem to understand what made some of those shows so awesome. So I'm not much of a fan, sorry.
Sorry.
Yes, with sunglasses.
I was just wondering, out of all the characters you voiced, which one is your favorite?
Out of all the characters I've played, which is my favorite?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? For a long time, I refused to answer that question. Because I didn't want to make any fans angry, you know? Like, you know, I mean, if somebody were to ask me, like if my sweet Haruhi here, who gave you the Prezi, were to ask me, who's your favorite character? I know she wants me to say, oh, Tamaki. Right?
I love them both, Tamaki and Ed. They're
But I mean, if you look at certain people have, like, a lot of people have the character in their mind. And they're hoping you're going to say that one. Right?
Yeah.
And if you say another one, like, stupid Vic. He didn't pick my character. But, so I, for a long time, I wouldn't answer. I was like, oh, I love them all equally. You know, they're my children. You know, all of that lame kind of diplomatic answer. And then something extremely impactful happened. we got to the last episode of Brotherhood. And I was standing there getting ready to record the last line. There's no such thing as equivalent exchange. It doesn't exist. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is conceivably it. Like, there may never be any more Full Metal Alchemist. And this is my last playing of this character. And you know, I played that character for a long time. I didn't really think about it at the time, but I mean, the first series, and the video games, and the OVAs, and the movie, and then the whole second series, and the OVAs, and the movie. I played Ed a long time, and I love that character. There are not a lot of Edward Elrics in the anime world. I mean, it's a great, great character. So after I finished Brotherhood, I had to admit to myself that Ed was my favorite character that I've played. But
there's always a but.
A very close second place is Tamaki. I love Tamaki in crazy, weird ways. No grown man should love Tamaki. Yeah, sweetheart. What made me want to go into voice acting? You know what? I never planned on doing this. This is why I have to make sure and give God credit, because I didn't do it. Not being all religious, I'm just stating my feelings about this. I've been acting since I was very young. I've always loved performing, whether it was singing in church, or singing or acting in school productions, or community theater, or anywhere and everywhere I could. I was always trying to develop my skills as an actor. Voice acting, I didn't even know what that was. Never even occurred to me. And the funny thing is, I used to imitate characters all the time. When I was a little boy, my friend and I, we would imitate people from Speed Racer, and we would imitate people, you know, Yoda and Scooby-Doo, and you know what I mean? All of these characters that we remember when we were growing up, I used to imitate them. But it never even occurred to me, those are real guys that are actors who are voicing these characters. So I never planned on being a voice actor. I just wanted to be an actor. And like 15 years ago now, I was in Houston living, and I was working on a video production, because my degree is in film. I was editing a film production, and one of the guys I was working with said, we were laughing and joking, and we were doing funny voices and stuff. And in the middle of this conversation, he said, hey, you've got a lot of acting experience, don't you? And I'm like, yeah, I've been doing that for a long time. He said, you want to go and audition for this place here in Houston called ADV Films. They buy these Japanese animated shows and they dub them into English, and they're looking for actors. I was like, what, really? That sounds fun. And I went and auditioned, and I got cast. And I thought, well, that was a fun little weird one-off thing to do. And I went back to my life, didn't think anything about it. And a few weeks later, they called me and they said, hey, we have another show we want you to play a role in. Oh, okay. So I did that. And then I thought, oh, that was a cool 2 little weird things to do in my life. Went back to my life, and then they called again, and they said, hey, we just got this new show. You want to come do some? Yeah, okay. Next one. Next one. Next one. The next thing you know, somebody calls me and says, hey, do you want to be a guest at an anime convention? I'm like, what? What is that? I mean, I used to go to Star Trek conventions dressed as Captain Kirk, but I didn't even know they had anime conventions. They're like, yeah, you want to go? So I went. My very first one was OhioCon in Columbus, Ohio. And I was blown away. I'm like, oh my gosh, people are bringing up like posters with my characters on them, and action figures and wall scrolls and pencil boards, and I was blown away. I didn't even know it existed. Kept voice acting. Then I met some people from Funimation in Dallas, and they said, hey, you want to come up and do some work with us? I'm like, okay. And I started working in Houston and Dallas, and the industry kept growing. Next thing you know, it's on television, new things coming along. Then I met some people that were at a convention. I met some people that worked in Los Angeles. And they said, hey, you want to come out and do a character in this show I'm working on in Los Angeles? And I said, okay. And then I met people from New York City, and they said, hey, you want to come back here and play a role in Pokemon, or play a role in such and such? So I was like, okay. You see why I have to give God credit, right? I didn't plan this. I had no idea that any of this would happen. And there are so many people that pound the pavement and knock on doors and send out resumes and record demos, and I'm just blessed. I'm so grateful. And I don't take credit for any of it. All I did was try to develop my skills in acting as much as I could, and when the doors opened, I stepped through and hope for the best. And I've been very, very grateful. That's how it happened for me. It's not typical, and I was very fortunate because I got involved when the industry was still very, very small. It's a lot harder now to get involved because there's so many other people that want to get involved. Link, yes.
Out of all of the Pokemon, which is your most favorite? Oh jeez.
Oh, well, it has to be Keldeo, my guy. I mean, how could Keldeo not be my favorite? Especially because he looks like a My Little Pony. I love that. Yes, Steve. Okay. Yes, my advice if you're interested in voice acting is, like I said a minute ago, get as much experience in acting as you can. The operative word in voice acting is not voice. It's acting. It's all about acting. It's all about being able to play a character and be able to communicate the emotion, the emotional highs and lows of that character to your voice. There are a lot of really great on-camera actors who are not good voice actors, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of celebrities, it's the new cool fad for them to play,
Featuring the voice of Brad Pitt
as so-and-so, and featuring so-and-so as such and such. Like, they've just discovered, oh, I'm gonna do this voice acting. But they're not that great, because it's a different set of skills. There's some people that can just stand in front of a camera and they can tell you everything they want you to know with their face. And that's a skill. But then there are other types of acting that require different sets of skills. Voice acting has its own set of skills, but it's acting at its core. So get as much experience as you can in acting. Get into school productions, take acting classes, get into community theater, take every opportunity you can. And then the second thing is you have to be where that kind of work is done. I mean, that's the sad reality of almost anything. You're more likely to get a job in a field where, if you live in an area where that kind of work is done, right? If I wanted to be a country music singer, I'd probably move to Nashville. Or maybe Austin, Texas or something. But there are certain places where certain types of work are more prevalent. And that would be the second thing, is you would need to be where that kind of work is. Yes, sir?
What do you say would be the most difficult role of your career?
The most difficult role of my career was one that was just physically demanding, vocally demanding. There hasn't been anything that was just, oh, this is just too emotional, I can't do it. I love those kind of roles. In fact, I look forward to those kind of moments. But the hardest thing for me are characters that are really hard of voice. Probably the hardest, I would say, probably is Broly from Dragon Ball Z. He was a killer. He was a killer on the voice. And you know, I played a character on the new Digimon that's even worse than Broly. But the good news is that he wasn't around that long. Broly won't die. That's the difference between those two. But my hardest roles have been just ones that are really hard on the voice. Yes, sweetheart?
Okay, I'm really shy about how to speak this cast.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're so adorable.
Admit your love for me is Tamaki.
Nope. You don't seem that shy. Can you admit your love for me is Tamaki? There, I said it. You mean like on the video or something? Are you recording? You are. Now, what is your name? This is Emily, you guys. Say hi to Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Okay, Emily. Let's see. We should probably get down on a knee. Can you see me? Oh, my dearest Emily. The moon and stars could fall out of the sky, and you would still have my heart. I love you, Emily. Don't ever leave me, princess. Don't make me do that anymore. Ask me a real question. Stand up. Come here, you.
Oh my.
What happened? What happened?
Awesome. You look beautiful. And be careful when you hug people. I just became a cyclops. I'm so glad you're here. Because this is a chance for you to hang out with people that love the things that you love. And you're among friends this weekend, okay? So forget about the stuff that you're dealing with right now for a couple of days and have fun, all right? Yes?
My daughter's 15th birthday today. I thought he was nice to
Where is she? Oh my gosh, she must have come in late. We made a big fuss over her. Oh my gosh, yeah, I hugged her and kissed her and we made out for an hour. That's right. I just told her mom we made out. I'm not afraid. Because her mom was like, are you bad? Are you
Get the
bad?
handcuffs.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, you're getting one anyway.
There you go.
Yes.
You said you wanted to be an actor. Since you were a kid, was there an actor or a movie that inspired you?
Captain Kirk. You know, I was asking myself the other day, what's wrong with me? Why do I love Star Trek so much? The original series. And then I figured it out. I'm going to go deep here. You ready? I'm going to go a little deep, so be prepared. I fell in love with Star Trek. I discovered Star Trek at exactly the time in my life, sweetheart, when my parents divorced. And my dad was gone. And I thought, wow, that's it. That's why I grabbed on to this strong, leader, brave, male role model. Because my dad left. That's why I fell in love with Star Trek. And Captain Kirk, specifically. And that was exactly why I threw myself into building things, and making costumes, making phasers out of cardboard, and communicators, and making little movies, and sewing my own costumes. I threw myself into it. Because I discovered it at exactly a moment in my life when I needed something. Now, I bet you guys are probably similar in a lot of your lives. Things that you discovered you were really good at, but there was a moment in your life where you discovered that thing for the first time. You watched an anime series, perhaps, and you were going through a difficult time, let's say, and you watched something, and it really moved you, and it made a big difference. And it encouraged you maybe, and it made you happy when you weren't feeling so well. And one day, you picked up a pencil and you decided you were going to try to draw that character that's in that anime series that encouraged you so much. And you know what you found out? Oh my gosh, I'm a good drawer. I'm really good at this. I've never practiced, I never went to school, but I'm really good at this. Or you decided you were going to write a story and you're really good at it. Or you decided you were going to go to an anime convention and you needed a costume. So you decided you were going to try to build one. And you were really good at it. That's how you kind of stumble across things in your life that you have a natural gift for. And Star Trek was that for me when I was 10, 9 and 10 and 11 years old. A lot of the things that I do today professionally, I do because I stumbled across the fact that I had a bit of a gift in a certain area, or I was good at this or that, because I wanted to try it because of my excitement about Star Trek. Yes.
What's your favorite moment between Tamaki and Haruhi?
My favorite moment between Tamaki and Haruhi, so many good ones. So many good ones. There was something that always stuck in my mind about when he was in the fountain with her, and he was talking about how people tell him he's dripping with good looks, or he was trying to help her find a wall. Yeah, I always liked that scene. And at the end, of course, when she falls, or when he catches her. Oh my gosh. Yes.
I myself am a theater buff, so when you started out, like, what kind of plays or productions were you in?
Anything I could get my hands on. I did a lot of musical theater. I did a lot of musicals. Camelot, Oliver, West Side Story, Fiddler on the Roof, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, Annie, Oliver, and then I did a lot of comedies and Arsenic and Old Lace and really fun shows, and then some serious dramas, Man for All Season, The Crucible. I just anything I could get my hands on. I just wanted to do it, just be a part of it. Yes. Yes, but you know what? You may be surprised to know that we're in North Carolina. Because I'm gonna be at IchibanCon next month in North Carolina. So come over here, meet up now. Yay, Haruhi, you're beautiful. Is that your hair? It's wonderful. It looks great, like from here. It looks like a wig because it's so perfectly styled. Nice, you look awesome. Yes. Huh?
I was wondering about the Reasonable Rangers.
Yes.
Can Monk and I join?
Absolutely. Everyone is welcome. Everyone. Even Todd Applecar.
Even Todd.
Do you have any other questions for me?
What video editing system do you use?
Oh, I use Final Cut Pro. I have a Macintosh computer, and I'm a big fan of Final Cut Pro. In fact, right now, on my computer upstairs on my laptop, I'm working on the edit for the second Star Trek episode, and Final Cut Pro is open and on the desktop right now. Yes?
I have a two-part question.
Okay.
The first one is, I happened to watch your concert that was on DVD that will be selling at your signing, but I noticed that you did sing actually a couple of Journey songs. I thought it was My first question is, have you ever considered doing a CD where you cover songs from bands that you...
That's a great question. I would love to do that. I'm a big 80s music. That was when I to be honest with you, that was when I started writing songs and playing the piano. So I found myself really gravitating towards the songwriters like Elton John and Barry Manilow and Lionel Richie and Billy Joel and Journey I loved, and so many great artists during that time. But I would love to do that. I don't know how that I don't know the legal ramifications of that, but I would love to do that. And I'm glad you even mentioned it, because I totally rip out a Journey song.
80s hair bands.
Right? On the concert as well. Yes, Dark.
Would you ever consider covering R.E.O. Speedwagon's song In My Dreams? I just think that sounds perfect for maybe Dark or Dominic or someone.
I loved R.E.O. I loved that.
Another 80s band.
Yep, another great one. Yeah, I would love it. I would love to do that. I mean, like I said, I don't know how easy it would be to do, but I would love to do it. Yes.
Still from that?
No, I've never actually built a hamster home. Yeah, I could build one with the wrapping paper. Of course, come here. Everybody gets hugs. Do you want to know something?
What?
I got an email yesterday from a fan, and it said, I read on the internet.
I think that might have been
And you know it's bad now. That's the argument, right? So just stop there. I read on the internet that you are legally forbidden from hugging people because someone hugged you and like jumped on you and whatever and really hugged you inappropriately, and so now you're not permitted to hug people. And I'm like, no, sweetheart, I'm sorry. That's not true at all. I don't understand. I'll never understand. Let me just finish up by saying this. It's 2:27. We have 3 minutes. Let me just finish by saying this. I'll never understand why some people are so desperate for a little bit of attention in their lives that they'll make up lies about other people just to get attention. I'll never understand it. There are two kinds of people in the world, and I want you guys to be the second kind, okay? The first kind of person in the world is the kind of person who is so eaten up with envy about what other people have. Not the homunculus envy. They're so eaten up with jealousy and wanting things that other people have, or wishing they were this when they think they're only this, or whatever. There are people that are so eaten up by that they actually try to drag other people down in order to try to make themselves feel better. Is there anyone in here that's ever been bullied at school? Do you understand that's the source of that? That these people that bully you, they feel so bad about themselves that they think by pulling you down it makes them more important. You should actually feel sorry for these people.
Yep.
Because inside, privately in their own lives, they're very unhappy with themselves. And they somehow think that they look better by making you look foolish, which is not true. They're actually the ones that need the help, not you. But that's the first kind of person. It's the kind of person who tries to drag other people down to make themselves seem taller. But the second kind of person is the person who pours their passion and their heart and their work and their soul and their time and their energy and their love into making themselves better at things. They find themselves inspired to learn to do something better, or to learn to develop a skill to a higher level. So they take that, man, I sure wish I could do that, and they use it as fuel to inspire, to push themselves to be better. It's the difference between this guy here is a great tennis player and I want to be a great tennis player, so the first kind of person will break his arm so that I can seem like a better tennis player, right? The second person will go out and hit the tennis ball for 5 hours a day to become a better tennis player. See the difference? Be the second kind of person, you guys. Don't be the kind of person that's so eaten up by what you don't have, or what you wish you were, or what you wish you had, where the more people would know you, or more people would check out your Facebook page or the posts that you put. Don't be the kind of person who's so desperate for that attention that you make up lies about people, and that you make up sensationalist things, or that you spread horrible rumors about somebody just to get attention. That's not the way, and it will not make you happy. Be the kind of person who pours their energy and their love into something to develop yourself to be a better person. That's what I wish for all of you. It's my Christmas wish for you. I love you guys so much. My time is up. Yeah, I don't even know. Does anybody know where autographs are?
No.
Okay, out in the hall. It's 2:30 now, and I'm going to start at 4. And I'm out the store, I think.
Yeah, out the store, down the hall.
Pardon me?
Out this door, down the hall, and around down the other hall.
Okay, yes. You'll be there, right? Okay, I'll see you there. Thank you, guys. I love you. I'll see you soon.